Guys, erectile dysfunction won't just destroy your relationship, it will also take over your life unless you try this one tip. Now, are you tired of the endless search for solutions to erectile dysfunction? Well, you're not alone. I was exactly where you are, desperate for answers, and guess what? I found the #1 tip that turned everything around for me. And no, it has nothing to do with Viagra or Cialis, but how does this life-changing advice actually work? And more importantly, how fast? Well, you're about to find out. Plus, I brought my drone to get some epic drone shots for this video because you know what? Erectile dysfunction videos, we need some cinematic footage and spicing up as well. These other travel YouTube channels, they can't have all the fun. Plus, the river next to where I live here in Melbourne, Australia, is lined with palm trees, and the scenery at this time in the morning is spectacular. So if you've never been to Australia, sit back, relax, enjoy some of the footage. And also, thank you to today's sponsor, BetterHelp, but more on them a bit later on. Let's get into it. All right, picture this. There I was in one of those moments with my wife that's supposed to be intimate and connecting, but suddenly I felt off and I glanced down and I was faced with every guy's fear, a total failure. There I was expecting to stand strong, but instead I was anything but. Worse, my wife saw it too. Our eyes met, and in hers I saw a mix of disappointment, concern. It's literally the nightmare scenario, and suddenly it was my reality. And in that moment, lost for words, I was at a crossroads. Option 1, I could escape the situation. Option 2, face the truth head on. But here's the twist. I was in uncharted water here, guys, unsure of what was happening to my body and why this failure occurred. And I think you'll understand that when confusion and worry are in the driver's seat, it's a challenging thing to even begin to explain, let alone open up to anyone about it. So what did I do? Well, in the heat of the moment, I chose honesty, and I admitted to my wife that I was absolutely clueless about the cause, but it had nothing to do with her. I promised to find a solution. But the real game changer, I asked for her support and patience as we navigated this together, acknowledging that I could not tackle this alone. Going solo would only amplify my stress, potentially worsening my erectile dysfunction. Now, here's the thing, guys. Many of you are in the same boat. You're facing erection issues, and the mere thought of intimacy is now shadowed by performance anxiety. The fear of another letdown, it spikes your stress, your cortisol levels surge, and before you know it, you're back at square one. But here's my key message. No matter the root cause of your erectile dysfunction, be it psychological, hormonal imbalances, or even recovery from surgery, the crucial step is to communicate openly with your partner. Now, it might seem extremely daunting, but tackling this solo is a path to a longer, lonelier recovery. Take it from someone who's been there and now guides others through it. Sharing the burden can significantly lighten your load and take the pressure off your shoulders. Now, I know there's gonna be members of our community and guys watching this video that feel their partners might not support them, or that this is only gonna make the problem worse, or maybe you've already had this conversation and it didn't go well. Trust me, this isn't the case at all, and I'm gonna give you a few tips a little later on in the video for you to try, and trust me, they work, so it's worth sticking around. So you might be wondering about the outcome of my openness. How quickly did things change for me after that conversation with my wife? Well, hold that thought because the answer might surprise you. But before we dive into that, a quick reminder, if you've been benefiting from my videos, please honor our gentleman's agreement. Hit that subscribe button right below this video. It's quick, it's free, and by doing so, you're not only supporting me, you're gaining a dedicated ally in your journey to bettering your health. Now, once you've subscribed, please drop a gentleman's agreement comment in the comments below. I'll be there to welcome you to the world's most supportive men's health community on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. Hopefully you're enjoying the scenery and not blinded by that glare. But now back to my story. All right, jumping back to my journey, you might be curious about the impact of opening up with my wife regarding my erectile dysfunction. Now, picture this. So a disappointing evening left us both feeling down. However, I took a pivotal step. I began to share everything with her, from doctor's visits to test results. I kept her informed, emphasizing the importance of tackling this together as a team. Now, this transparency was transformative. I've shared before in a previous video how stress from my job at the time and being away from my family during the pandemic, it only added fire to my problem. Now, discussing these challenges with my wife not only brought us closer, but it also made her an integral part of our support system, my support system, helping ease the journey back to intimacy. Now, recognizing the importance of professional guidance, I also sought therapy. And it wasn't just about confiding in my wife, but also addressing the root causes of my stress with a therapist's help. Now, this holistic approach of partnership and professional support, that was key to navigating my erectile dysfunction struggles. And now on that topic of therapy, let me introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. BetterHelp makes starting therapy so much easier and much less intimidating for a lot of people. BetterHelp lets you have therapy sessions as a phone call, a video chat, or even messaging, literally whatever's the most comfortable version of therapy for you. One of the many reasons why I think you're going to love BetterHelp is the same reason why a lot of you guys enjoy watching my YouTube videos, discussing men's health problems. It's that you can watch these videos in the comfort and privacy of your own home, and the same goes for using BetterHelp. You literally never have to leave the house or sit in a waiting room. BetterHelp can match you to one of over 30,000 therapists in their network based on your needs and preferences. Now, to get started, all you have to do is fill out a simple questionnaire that will ask you questions about the challenges you're going through, what kind of therapist you'd like, and then BetterHelp can match you with a therapist to help you, and in most cases, in only 48 hours. And if you're worried you might not like the therapist or you're not gonna connect with them, don't stress. With a click of a button, you can get a new one. Literally, they have 30,000 to pick from. You can schedule therapy sessions at a time that's convenient for you from the comfort of home or even from the office, it doesn't matter. Guys, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or performance anxiety, it is time to join over 4 million people who have used BetterHelp to start living a healthier, happier life because you deserve it. Go on, click that link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/Dr. Eric and check out their service. Clicking that link supports this channel, and it also gets you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. And guys, I am climbing a hill right now. That's why I'm out of breath. Whew. So click the link, get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp so that you can connect with a therapist and just see if it helps you. Let's take this serious, gentlemen. 1 in 5 of us men struggle with their mental health, and if you're struggling, it's time to get some help. Click the link below, check out BetterHelp for yourself, and back to my story. Okay, we're going downhill now. There's people out here, so if I'm out in public discussing my erectile dysfunction journey, you can surely go and talk to your partner about it. Come on, no excuses. So after I started opening up about everything, they started to get a little bit better for me. Now, after about a week after our tough night, I noticed some changes and improvements in my erections, but things weren't perfect right away. Now, my confidence was at an all-time low after what had happened. And I mean, that's to be expected, right? As guys, you know, our erections probably work a little too well for the most part. So when things start going wrong down there, it's a real stress and it's a real cause for concern. Now, with my wife by my side helping me out, I started to feel better and we got a little bit more creative with our intimacy. And this is where we started to take the recovery up a notch. Now, after my doctor confirmed my normal testosterone levels, we pinpointed my erectile dysfunction issues to stress and performance anxiety. Now, my doctor recommended Viagra not for a physical need, but more as a confidence booster, proving my body could still function normally. Now, discussing this with my wife was crucial. We agreed to remove all performance pressure, focusing on just comfort and exploring intimacy a little bit differently, which was strangely liberating for me. Yes, the Viagra was helpful, very helpful, but the real breakthrough came from feeling supported by my wife, understanding that we were in this together and realizing that intimacy and communication are multifaceted. Guys, it literally takes 2 to tango, and if you're tangoing with your wife and if you want to tango long into the future, you need them on your team. Wife, husband, whatever, your partner, you need them on your team. So the experience taught me the value of openness and dialogue with my partner. It's not just about solving a problem, but about strengthening the bond and supporting each other through challenges. Now, for those feeling unsupported, or if a conversation about erectile dysfunction went poorly in the past, here's my advice. It is crucial to have this talk. Explain to your partner how stress affects your erections, assure them that it's not about them, and express gratitude for their patience. These steps can significantly improve the discussion. If you've had a previous conversation that maybe didn't go so well, have another one and try it out with these tips. Guys, for my wife, she had no idea how erections work. And until you watch this video, or maybe some of my other videos, you probably didn't even realize why you were having this problem, making it next to impossible to explain. So if you can understand that the first conversation probably didn't go so well for those reasons, now you're armed with a little bit more in your back pocket to maybe have a little bit more of a constructive conversation. Trust me, it's worth it. You will feel a weight lifted from your shoulders afterwards. And if you're watching this video, the situation's clearly not getting any better, so you have nothing to lose. Now, if you're eager to address your erectile dysfunction more swiftly, I've actually created an online workshop. It's called How to Get Hard and Stay Hard Every Time, drawing from my experiences and expertise as a men's health physical therapist. Now, this 90-minute workshop, it offers comprehensive advice to conquer performance anxiety and improve erections in, again, just 90 minutes. You can check out my glowing testimonials and workshop details in the video description below. Thank you so much again to BetterHelp for their support of our channel. And remember, regardless of your situation, keep going, and I'll see you in the next video.